Hi students, welcome to my channel. Here you get detailed description of NCERT Biology Class 12. Here in my first video, I am going to discuss about Chapter 11 in Class 12, that is Biotechnology. Biotechnology has 4 mark weightage in NEET and it has more weightage in board exams also. So let us discuss the important chapter Biotechnology, the two principles of biotechnology. Let me discuss the concept of biotechnology. In our house, we prepare curd by adding curd to the milk. It forms curd. How it is happening? Because the curd contains lactobacillus enzyme. Lactobacillus organism, bacteria. So these lactobacillus, after going into the milk, it divide and thickens, forming curd. This is biotechnology. Biotechnology uses organisms or enzymes or cells or parts of the organisms. In the formation of curd, we used lactobacillus organism. Okay. Our biotechnology uses organisms and forms products or processes which are useful to the humans. And in olden days, diabetes people need insulin, right? But in olden days, insulin is taken from pigs or cows. Pigs or cows are killed and insulin was extracted from their pancreas. But during that time, a helper came. Which is that helper? It is a principle of biotechnology, that is genetic engineering. A genetic engineering, which is a principle of biotechnology, came for the aid of pigs and cows and told, don't worry pigs and cows, I am here to help you. What help did genetic engineering did to the pigs and cows? The scientists of genetic engineering in microbiology labs taken out the gene responsible for the formation of insulin from the human DNA. In our DNA, there are so many genes, right? Every gene is responsible for one character. If suppose we have large nose, means the genes responsible for the formation of nose are like that. So that's why our nose is like that. The same way, the scientists taken out the insulin responsible for the gene responsible for the formation of insulin. After taking this gene, they have transferred this gene into the E. coli. E. coli is a bacterium. They have transferred this gene into the E. coli. E. coli itself has genetic material, DNA. And when E. coli is cloned under sterile conditions, many lot of E. coli are formed. And as our gene of interest, means gene which is responsible for the formation of insulin, is inside the E. coli, the clones formed also contains our desired gene. And later, after many processes, our insulin gene is extracted in large scale. In traditional biotechnology, as we form the curd, only small amount of result was obtained. But with the introduction of genetic engineering in biotechnology, we are getting the products in large scale so that we sell and make profit, and also it is useful for the humans. This is the basic concept of biotechnology. Keep it in mind so that it would help in better understanding of the whole chapter. Starting the lesson, biotechnology, principles and process. I am telling each and every line of NCERT textbook and also including some important information important for NEET and AIMS exams, and keep the NCERT textbook aside while watching these videos. It would aid for you better understanding. Coming to the definition of biotechnology. Biotechnology deals with the techniques of using live organisms or enzymes from organisms to produce products and process useful to humans, as we already discussed. Example, making curd, bread or wine and all microbe-mediated process. Curd is made from Lactobacillus. Bread or wine made from yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae. All microbe-mediated process. Live organisms or enzymes of organisms are used to get products or processes which are useful to the humans. Modern definition of biotechnology define biotechnology as a process which use genetically modified organisms, very important, to achieve the same on a larger scale. The same living organisms or enzymes are genetically modified to get these products or process in large scale. Further, many other process or techniques are also included under biotechnology. Apart from these, many other techniques also involved in biotechnology. What are those techniques? In vitro fertilization leading to a test tube baby. What we do in test tube baby culture? The in vitro means in test tube, the egg and the sperm were fertilized and the embryo or fetus is formed, which is transferred into the uterus of the female human being. And synthesis of gene. We also synthesize gene using this biotechnology. DNA vaccines also developed, and we can correct a defective gene. For example, if a gene has AUG, but instead of this, if it has AGU nucleotide, this is a defective gene. We can correct this defective genes also using the biotechnology. And the European Federation of Biotechnology, EFB, has given a newer version of definition which include both older version and newer version of biotechnology. What is that? It told biotechnology as the integration of natural science and organisms. Natural science plus organisms, cells, parts thereof, and molecular analogues for products or services. Natural science is integrated with the parts or organisms to get products or services. Principles of biotechnology. There are two principles of modern biotechnology. One is genetic engineering and other one is bioprocess engineering. What is genetic engineering? Genetic engineering is a technique to alter and phenotype of the host organism. Altering the chemistry of genetic material means the genetic material contain nucleotide base sequences, phosphate bonds and hydrogen bonds. If altering the chemistry of these results in the altering the chemistry of genetic material. And phenotype means external appearance of the host organism. For suppose if a lean plant is transferred with a growth hormone, it develops, means it becomes strong and grows faster. It is a change in its phenotype. Thus, we can change chemistry of the genetic material or altering the phenotype of the host organism in genetic engineering. Bioprocess engineering is the maintenance of sterile ambience in chemical engineering process to enable growth of only the desired microbe in large quantities for the manufacture of biotechnological products. This means if we cut the desired gene, suppose take the insulin gene, if we cut the desired insulin gene, then we'll transfer it into the host organism so that we'll get multiple copies and we'll get the insulin in large scale. This host will select according to our need. For suppose if we selected the E. coli and it is done in the biotechnology lab. If in the biotechnology lab and in any other organism entered, these also will get divided along with our desired host. Our final product will get infected. We don't need this. So in order to prevent the other bacteria entering into the process, we have to sterilize it. We have to maintain the sterile ambience in order to get desired cell in large quantities in the manufacture of biotechnology products. What are these final end products? They may be antibiotics, they may be vaccines, they may be enzymes, or they may be genes, and so on. The need for biotechnology came when the traditional hybridization used in plants and animal breeding leads to multiplication of undesirable genes along with the desirable genes. Means in hybridization from parents to progeny along with the desired characters, unwanted undesirable characters also get transferred. So in order to prevent these undesirable genes and to get desired traits, the technique of genetic engineering was introduced. And these include 3 steps. First one is creation of recombinant DNA. Second one is gene cloning. And third one is gene transfer. Gene transfer allows us to isolate and introduce only one or a set of desirable genes without introducing undesirable genes into the target organism. Thus, the technique of genetic engineering contains 3 steps: recombinant DNA, gene cloning and gene transfer. Recombinant DNA means combination of DNAs of 2 different organisms to make a recombinant DNA. Inside the bacterial cell, along with the bacterial DNA, there are double-stranded free rotating DNA fragments, DNA structure. It is called as plasmid. And the scientists Stanley Cohen and Herbert Boyer identified an antibiotic resistant gene. I'll change the color. The antibiotic resistant gene in this plasmid. And they isolated this antibiotic resistant gene from the plasmid with the help of micro scissors, molecular scissors or restriction enzymes. Using restriction enzymes, they cut this antibiotic resistant gene from the plasmid. See here. The construction of first recombinant DNA emerged from the possibility of linking of gene encoding antibiotic resistance with native plasmid of Salmonella typhi. What is the gene encoding antibiotic resistance? For suppose if we get typhoid, that means typhoid bacteria entered into our body. If we take ampicillin or tetracycline, will the organism be killed and the typhoid be cured? No. If we take cefixime, then only the organism will be killed and we get rid of typhoid. That means this typhoid DNA contains a gene responsible for the antibiotic resistance. Because of the gene only, the typhoid bacteria is resistant to ampicillin and tetracycline. Okay, that means the Salmonella have no gene which is resistant to cefixime. So, if you give cefixime, it will be killed. That gene is called antibiotic resistant gene. Okay, along with the antibiotic resistant gene in Salmonella typhimurium bacteria contains a native plasmid. Stanley Cohen and Herbert Boyer in 1972 isolated the antibiotic resistant gene by cutting out a piece of DNA from the plasmid. These two scientists, they are important for MCQs of NEET. Please remember them. They isolated antibiotic resistant gene from the plasmid. And after this isolation only, they got idea of creating first recombinant DNA. The cutting of DNA at specific locations became possible with the discovery of so-called molecular scissors or restriction enzymes. How they cut these antibiotic resistant gene from the plasmid of typhoid bacterium? By use of restriction enzymes or molecular scissors. The invention of these enzymes got a revolution in biotechnology. We'll see that later. In a chromosome, there is a specific DNA sequence called the origin of replication, which is responsible for initiating the replication. That is, the chromosomes contain a gene sequence. This is called origin of replication. If it is there, then only the chromosome, the gene, the DNA or RNA will be divided. The genes will get divided. This origin of replication contains a copy number. Means this, if copy number is more, then after division we will get more number of copies. So depending upon the copy number, the origin of replication is selected. Therefore, for the multiplication of any alien piece of DNA in an organism, it needs to be a part of chromosome which has a specific sequence known as origin of replication. Means, suppose take the insulin production. Scientists have taken the insulin gene, and if they have directly transferred this gene into the E. coli bacterium, it can't divide along with our gene because our gene has no origin of replication. So, in order to divide our desired gene, it should be linked with a genetic material which has origin of replication. So, the scientists have linked it with the plasmid, which is a double-stranded DNA rotating in the cytoplasm. As this plasmid has origin of replication, when it is transferred into the bacterium host, it divides along with the division of the host. So the need of plasmid happened. This is the old DNA, this is the new DNA, and this is the origin of replication in the plasmid. Thus, an alien DNA is linked with the origin of replication so that this alien piece of DNA can replicate and multiply itself in the host organism. This can replicate inside the host organism. This is known as cloning. What is meant by cloning? When this plasmid along with desired gene is transferred into the host organism divides along with our desired gene. The process of this division is known as cloning. What cloning happens? Cloning or making multiple identical copies of template DNA. The cut plasmid DNA. These plasmid DNA act as a vector to deliver an alien piece of DNA into the host organism. See here, the piece of DNA, that is desired DNA, is cut with the help of restriction endonuclease enzyme, and it is transferred, it is combined with the native plasmid DNA. Blue color one is plasmid and red color one is our desired DNA. As this plasmid is carrying this desired gene into the host organism, it is known as a vector, like mosquito in case of malaria. The linking of antibiotic resistant gene with the plasmid vector became possible with the enzyme ligase. After cutting, it is attached to the plasmid with the help of enzyme ligase. The enzyme ligase ligate the plasmid DNA with the desired DNA. This makes a new combination of autonomously replicated DNA created in vitro known as recombinant DNA. This makes the DNA, what is its capacity? It can automatically replicate because it contains origin of replication, and this is known as recombinant DNA. When this DNA is transferred into the E. coli, a bacteria similar to Salmonella, this antibiotic resistant gene was taken from the Salmonella typhi. in the preparation of first recombinant DNA. So, as it is taken from the Salmonella typhi, it should be transferred into the host which is similar to the Salmonella typhimurium. And E. coli is very similar to the Salmonella typhimurium. So, the first recombinant DNA prepared by combining antibiotic resistant gene from Salmonella typhi with the plasmid is transferred into the E. coli, a bacteria similar to Salmonella. It could replicate using the new host DNA polymerase enzyme. For cutting, restriction endonuclease enzyme helped, and for joining, ligase enzyme is needed. And for the division, for multiplication, DNA polymerase enzyme is needed for making the polymers and make multiple copies. The ability to multiply copies of antibiotic resistant gene in E. coli was called cloning. The ability to multiply the copies of antibiotic gene in the E. coli is called cloning of antibiotic resistant gene in E. coli. This is called recombinant DNA technology. And this recombinant DNA technology, also called as genetic engineering, involves three main steps. That is, identification of DNA with desired gene. First, we have to identify the DNA which has our desired gene. Then introduction of DNA into the host, and it should maintenance of introduced DNA in host and its transfer into progeny. After introducing into the host, it should be maintained, means sterile condition should be maintained so as to prevent the entry of other organisms apart from E. coli. And finally, its transfer into progeny. That's it. This is the introduction of the lesson, and in next class we will discuss the tools of biotechnology, means restriction endonucleases, ligases, and about those tools we will discuss in detail. And now I want to ask few questions in this topic. The first question is, it is now possible to breed plants and animals of desired characters through. Note this point. What they ask? Plants and animals of desired characters. In traditional methods like hybridization, we have cultured both desired and undesired characters. But the desired characters breeding is now possible through A. Tissue culture, B. Genetic engineering, C. Ikebana technique, and D. Chromosomal engineering. What is the answer? Yes, I know you will tell. That is genetic engineering. And the next question is, genetically engineered bacteria are used in the commercial production of. Genetically engineered means genetically modified bacteria are used in the commercial production of human insulin, melanin, testosterone, bilirubin. I have discussed many times during the lesson, and please put the answer in the comment box. Okay. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. For further notifications, press the bell icon. And if you want to give any suggestions, feel free to put the suggestions in comment box so that I can change myself. Thank you.